Not a bad cupcake. Happy birthday to us, I suppose. It's our 8th birthday. Normally we'd be out celebrating with you guys at the moment, but due to COVID here in Sydney, we're in lockdown yet again. So I thought we'd make this video and have a chat to you guys and say hey and happy birthday to us all. So hey guys, I'm Tom Baker, the founder of Mr. Black. We started Mr. Black back in 2013, 8 years ago. When we started, it was really, there was no grandiose plan. There was no spreadsheets, no strategy, no really anything apart from this idea that coffee is absolutely delicious, drinking is a lot of fun, and we should put those two things together more often. And it's crazy to think how far we've come in the last 8 years. It was literally, you know, in August of 2013, we were in our distillery, we had our bottle, we had our label, we had our name, but absolutely no idea about where we'd get to 8 years later. So it's funny to find ourselves here in our office in Sydney, some 8 years down the road, and just to reflect on how far we've come as a company since then. Actually, I'll go get our first bottle. That's good. I'll go get that. One sec. This is actually the first bottle of Mr. Black that we made. This was the one that the original one. I mean, it's got a medal on it, which wasn't even ours. We didn't even win that medal. That was from the Sydney Royal Show. I think I stole that off a bottle of wine from the liquor store. This label we printed on the printer at my home, I think at the time, and this was it. This was the one thing that started it all. Probably still smells pretty good, I imagine. Smells really good. So this was the original Mr. Black. This is the product that we made 8 years ago and the one that went on to start it all. I think since then we've now made over 1 million bottles of Mr. Black, which is just crazy to think. We ended up getting a gold medal of our own. So when we made the liquid in 2012, we entered it into the International Wine and Spirits competition and managed to pick up a gold medal in the first ever competition we entered. I think we've only entered in a few other comps since then, both for our liquid and our pack, but we won gold in both, so that's pretty good. And eventually we got some bling of our own for the front of the pack. Seems like a long time ago. And obviously we had Dale Bugini, an amazing illustrator that did that original back of the pack artwork, which you guys are probably super familiar with. Still to this day, have a bunch of art on the back of our bottle. When we started Mr. Black, it was literally just Philip, my business partner, who's the creator of the liquid of Mr. Black, and myself. For the longest time, it was just the two of us. So Phil would make all the product, doing everything from green bean to roasting through to cold brewing. Preparing the final batches every week, and I do sales and marketing and everything. We're now a team of, I think, over 35 people at Mr. Black, which is crazy to think about. The people that work at Mr. Black are the best types of people. We've got baristas, bartenders, accountants, winemakers, brewers, distillers, me, you know, and they're the best type of people. And I think as we've certainly grown the business and as we've been able to bring more of these crazy coffee fanatics on board, we've been able to grow a lot faster as well and bring some more people along for the ride. But yeah, it's been great. The story of Mr. Black is really the story of where it's made as well. Like our home is at Distillery Botanica on the Central Coast. It's about an hour and a half from the office, but I think we should go check it out. What do you reckon? We'll go for a drive? Hey guys, this is Distillery Botanica, where we've been making Mr. Black since 2013. I mean, it's the outside of Distillery Botanica anyway. So every drop of Mr. Black that's ever been made has been made here at DB. It's where all the guys work. There's 5 of them that work 6 days a week to make Mr. Black. And things are a bit bigger than they used to be. We're going to find some of our old equipment, some of our new stuff, and just show you how far we've grown from 2013 to 2021. This is a 200 litre barrel. We got a number of these. This is what we used to use for the longest time to make Mr. Black. So we'd make 1, maybe 2 of these a week of Mr. Black. Maybe, if we were lucky, for the first couple of years. Things have got considerably bigger since those days. We've now scaled up to all that bigger equipment you can see behind us. So we've gone from a 200 litre tank to over 30,000 litres of tank capacity in just under 8 years. And the guys now were working 0 to 1 days a week, and now they're working 6 days a week as of this month to keep up with all the demand for Mr. Black around the world. Can't keep up at the moment. It's pretty exciting. So it's not just me on the team Mr. Black anymore. There's a bunch of people, 5 of them in fact, that are the ones that make it during the week. They're just there waiting for me to get out of their way so they can do some more stuff. So this is our home. Mr. Black was made here at Distillery Botanica. We've been here for 8 years. We're not going to be here forever though. It's a really exciting time in the business. We're looking to sign a lease on the new distillery up the road. It's about half an hour away. And so that'll allow us to grow our production and grow everything to help keep up with the demand for Mr. Black. All right guys, time to go back to the office in Sydney. We'll talk through some of the new products we've got coming out for this year and we'll leave these guys to get on with the job. I'll see you back there. All right, back from the distillery, time to make a drink. I think we'll keep it simple with this one. If you haven't tried Mr. Black before, it's like the best cup of coffee you've ever had. Hopefully if you're watching this video, you have tried Mr. Black. So, couldn't be simpler. A glass, big lump of ice, slow the dilution down, and then a nice, good 45 mils of Mr. Black. He's a jigger, probably. Have a smell of that. It's still as good as the day we made it. I know we've got a lot better, we've changed the blends over the years, but still that lovely, rich cold brew nose. So, what have we got coming up this year? As you might expect, new distillery, bigger team, more markets. We got a bunch of new stuff coming out. If you follow us on Instagram, which you should, this is something we've been working on for a while. So this is our espresso martini in a can. This is a product we've been working on for literally 3 years. It's something we've always wanted to make. It uses a blend of obviously all of the same core ingredients as Mr. Black. So we've got coffee liqueur in there, we've got vodka, we've got sugar. And while it is sort of like a pre-mixed drink, it's not made like one. So we actually make it in a very similar way to how we make Mr. Black. It's made from scratch using really concentrated cold brew coffee, as well as then our Mr. Black coffee liqueur and vodka on the top of that. It has got bubbles in it, but not like CO2. So not like a soft drink or a soda, like it's got nitrogen in it. So a bit like a Guinness. But we've been working on these for the last 3 years, and they're about to come out in Australia first, but they'll be in all of our other markets by the end of the year. So we're super pumped about this one. We've also got some more stuff as well. Hold on, I'll grab it. So you guys might have seen about 3 months ago we launched this. This was our collaboration with Whistle Pig, the prolific rye whiskey distillers from Vermont in the US. So this was the first barrel-aged product we did. So we rest our coffee and alcohol infusion in rye whiskey barrels for 6 months. Actually, these ones stayed in a bit more for almost 9 months. And to pick up all those lovely whiskey and oak characters. This went really well, sold out in like a week. So we've got 2 more barrel aged coming out. Secret, but coming. They'll be super exciting as well. And lots of other fun things on the way that come with our big new distilleries. So you can expect to see more of these barrel aged and a lot more of these coming your way in the not too distant future. Thanks for following our journey, guys. A lot of you have been with us since the start for the last 8 years. So here's to another 8 coming up. If you like this type of content, let us know. Hit like, subscribe. We really want to show you guys, especially while we can't travel, show you more behind the scenes stuff at Mr. Black. It's been a remarkable 8 years. You know, in the life of a startup, you know, lots of times, especially during COVID where we thought we weren't going to make it. But because of the support of you guys, because of you keep buying what we keep making and enjoying it so much, we're still here. We've got a massive, massive next couple of years coming up. So if you like this content, like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, send us an email, follow us on Instagram. See you soon. Thanks, guys.